Hello world and welcome back to Let's Play Harry Potter 1 for the PS1. Last time we were out in the grounds, finishing things off, and we found this Sloth Brain, which is what Dungeon Man wanted, and Hermione said we need to go to the dungeons and hand it over. So let's head on down there to the dungeons. We know where that is because we've already been down here for some yellow beans earlier in the game. So let's head on down and see what's happening. Once the loading screen is done, I don't even know where that is actually.
Let's go and give Snape his missing potion ingredient. We'll be in big trouble if he catches us here. He'll think we're the ones who stole it.
Wait, I'm not sure about that logic, Ron. Even if he catches us here or catches us in the class with it, he's going to suspect we're the ones who had it because we're the ones who have got it. That doesn't make any sense, Ron. What's going on?
Then again, maybe I'll just wait here. Snape gives me the willies.
I beg your pardon? He gives you what?
I'll meet you in potions class later, Harry. I'm going to have a look around.
See, I get the feeling that Ron has suddenly realised, wait a minute, that makes no logical sense. I'm out of here, and I'm now concerned about his safety, considering apparently Snape gives him the willies. If you don't know English slang, that sounds really, really bad. But then again, I think it only makes sense in the other context. Never mind, let's move on and come round this corner, and...
Potter has found the Sloth Brain. Was it clever hunting or a thief's guilty conscience? So where was it, Potter? Within your own head? Bring it to class.
So yeah, that went exactly as I suspected, not just because Dungeon Man hates us, just because it makes no logical sense for us to have it and not to be the culprits. But yeah, apparently it is a brain because like it's an actual brain, considering he asked, does it belong in your own head? What I want to quickly do is run down here, and as you can see, they actually set it up so that Snape went through the, or Dungeon Man as I'm calling him, went through the door. They put that little bit of polish in. I love this game so much for those things. The more I Let's Play this, the more I notice them, and I am just enamored by it. And oh my goodness, apparently this is what the dungeons look like. If that's what the dungeons look like, I want nothing to do with it. And its actual appearance has not improved my perception of it at all. So here we go, this is the entrance to the dungeons, and as you can see, we're now locked in here. So if you wanted to go back and do things, you can't do it yet. This will unlock later, don't worry, we're not trapped down here forever. This isn't like the points where you can't return back to the other parts. No, you can go back, there are other things you can do. Do not worry, we will get out of here. But what I want to do is climb up on here, and as you can see, there is a box of beans up there. So if I flip under them, as you can see, it'll throw out green beans. That's the new beans for this area, since the dungeons, Slytherin, it's all themed. What I want to do is just break that now to demonstrate something in about 2 episodes time. So this is set up for the long game. As you can see, there's also a save book in here, but that won't matter for much longer, because when I come through this door to the portrait room, and it locks. So yeah, basically they've just locked both of those rooms. You can't go back in that room now that it's locked, but there is another safe book here. It just kind of feels pointless, that previous room. It makes sense once you've done the entire dungeon why it's there, but it's just a bit weird. But anyway, here's George and Fred.
Heading for potions class, Harry. Don't be late. Snape's a royal pain. He's always looking for an excuse to take house points away from Gryffindor. We need green every flavour beans for our next experiment. You know, the troll bogey ones. Bring us the beans, and we'll give you the password for the portrait.
It really doesn't feel like those two sentences fit together. It was just, oh yeah, Snape, Snape, Snape. Here's a picture of a bean while we're talking about Snape, and now we're going to talk about beans. I think they mistimed the dialogue to the visuals, but yeah, whatever. Let's talk to them again.
Someone's been practicing the dark arts in the dungeon, so watch your step.
So that's a good warning for later. There is going to be some dark arts going on down here, but I get a sneaking suspicion it may just be blown over based on what this portrait's about to say to us.
Oh my, you're not going to cast a curse on me, are you? Oh, it's normally so nice and deathly quiet here, but all manner of strange things are afoot. I can show you a place to hide if you tell me the password. Off you go then, and be very careful.
So I like to think that all the portraits are just terrified of children. They just haven't realised they're in a school, because this is the main thoroughfare, into the dungeons, so children will come to and from here for their classes all the time, so I get the feeling it's just terrified of children. So I don't think it's dark arts that they're worried about, it's the children. But yeah, never mind. Let's put that aside and talk to the portrait once again.
Back so soon? Have you got the password yet? No? Oh dear.
I get the feeling whoever wrote the dialogue for this game just loved the phrasing, oh dear, because that's the second time it's been said in a ridiculous fashion. It may have been said more than that and I've just missed it, but yeah, I just love it. I love the fact that so many characters in this game say, oh dear, it's ridiculous. But anyway, here is the main part of the dungeons. So, if we slide down this banister, because screw the rules, I make my own. Whee! So what we can do right now is we can't go up there because that's locked. Down here we can go in there, but there's nothing for us, so I'm going to leave that till next episode. Where we want to go is come up here and talk to Hermione.
At last, Harry! I have an idea where the stolen object from Gringotts may be. But we'll have to attend Potions class first. Come on, Harry. We don't want to keep Snape waiting.
I mean, he's already pissed at me. I don't think there's anything I could do at this point that will make him less pissed at me, so let's just head on in and see what Dungeon Man has to offer for his class, Potion class. Let's see what happens. Hopefully it's not that. Hopefully that's not what we're bracing up for.
Now pay attention, Potter. To mix a Wiggenweld potion, first activate the cauldron. Then you have to press the 3 symbols indicated until the cauldron fills. If you manage to fill your cauldron, which I doubt, you'll be able to activate the cauldron to retrieve the potion. Your turn, Potter.
I like how it takes a moment here just for Snape to take a sniff of the air and just, like, pause and wait. Okay, that was longer than even I expected. So here we go, this is what we've got to do. We've got to press these 3 buttons to put these ingredients into the cauldron. So the first is a pint of Horkalump juice, then 2 drops from a Blubberworm mucus, then 5 Church Puff fangs, Billywig sting slime, a spring of mint, sprig of mint, that is the most normal thing so far, then boomberry juice, then stewed mandrake, then drops of honeydew water, then Sloth Brain mucus, and finally some moon dew drops. And there we go. So don't worry about how slowly I did it there, it doesn't matter, as you'll see in a second.
Good enough. Only a fool would expect better. Potter, I've never seen such pathetic work. Go fetch the jar of fireflies from the adjoining room.
So yeah, no matter what you do there, that is what Dungeon Man would say. No matter what you do, there is no bonus for doing it quickly. So this is... oh, it's Stalker Friend again. It's our Stalker Friend again. He is back, and he is giving us a present, apparently. It's a big green light. And... oh, okay, no, maybe not. Maybe he's not a friend. Maybe he's just evil. I don't know. Maybe he's just like everyone else in this castle, evil. But yeah, in my test playthrough of this, I had a different screen, and I could not see a single thing of what was going on that screen because it was just too dark. So all I could see was just a black void and the camera focusing on something, and I was just like, I guess there's a hole there or something. Anyway, coming down here, as you can see, we have some trolls. So if you remember in the last episode, we had a sign from Hagrid saying that these puffer pods will make trolls sneeze. So that is pretty much the only way to deal with them. So if I was to... in a second, there we go. If I was to use Flipendo on them like that, as you can see, they're too tough for Flipendo. It does not work. So what you have to do instead is pick up a puffer pod, and when it goes over the grate, wait for it, we can zoom in and target, and then throw the puffer pod, and the troll will sneeze and fall down the holes. There we go. And for that, you get a green bean and defeats troll and some extra house points for Gryffindor. So as you can see, I want to point this out actually, climb up here quickly. If you take damage from the trolls, because you can, if you jump down there into their area, like the area of patrol, they will chase you and attack you. And then they will do damage, and it's only a tiny amount of damage, so it's not too bad. But what I want to point out up here, as you can see, this hole we fell down is super bright for some reason. I have no idea where that light is coming from, because it was not light up there when we fell down. So yeah. Anyway, there's also a chocolate frog up here, just in case you take damage. Something I want to demonstrate is if I take this and try and climb anything. As you can see, I can't climb while holding it. So what we want to do is wait for that guy to go over the grate again, throw some flowers at him, and drop him in a hole. I'm pretty certain you can't fall down that hole, so don't even try. I mean, you could try, but I'm pretty certain you can't. So here we go. We're going to the bottom of the well, which you may remember.
Harry, it's me, Raymond. Can you see my kitten? I hear her down there meowing.
So here we go. This is the side quest to do with the cat falling down the well. What I want to do before I do this, though, is come over here and show you that this is apparently the door to the troll storeroom. Just like, they just keep trolls. Like, I don't know, do they... I was going to say, do they juice them? But that sounds way worse when I've said it out loud. So I'm not going to carry on that thought pattern and just get on with this side quest. This side quest is the first example of missable content, I think. Like, unless you purposely go out of your way to miss every single yellow bean that you can possibly miss in, like, the areas that get locked off, this is the first thing you can miss permanently. So as you can see, there's some crates down here. If you flipendo them, they open up. But yeah, the reward for this is the first thing you can miss, because you can't get back into this area to do this side quest once you've, like, finished the area. So be aware, this is the only way to get this, and to get 100% you need to do this. So this one, while I'm waiting to flipendo it, is, if it opens up, okay, it's got a chocolate frog. I think, and I assumed this, that these crates are actually randomized, what they can have in it. So they can have chocolate frogs, or... No. Hello? That's a cat. Okay, that's the cat we're looking for. That's not what I was looking for. This is not the cat you're looking for. Not the content you're looking for. That is what I was looking for. As you can see, that's a rat. So... Okay, what's going on here? Right, I thought the cat was fighting it for a second there. I'm just getting owned by this rat, so the cat's in the way. This is not going well. This is not going how my test playthrough went. So in every single one of my test playthroughs, this rat appeared in, like, the second crate or something. Oh, okay, I see how it goes. Right, so the cat, once you have it, can actually keep the rat at bay. I did not know that. I did not know that was that's what was happening. So I was really confused for a second when it started doing it. I was just like, what's happening? Why is the rat not chasing me? But yeah, as you can see, the rat can actually pop out of one of these crates, and if you hit it 3 times, you kill it. Let's just carry on that trend of murdering small animals. And yeah, you get a bean from it. So there's no house points for killing them, so you don't have to worry about that. But something else you can do, if you get really lucky in this, you can have either 1 green bean fall out of it, or you can have up to 3 green beans fall out of it. So this is completely randomized. Sometimes it can go super well, and you can get a lot of bonuses, a lot of extra green beans, or you just get like a load of chocolate frogs, or just nothing. So I was like fairly unlucky this time, since we only had 1 rat. You can have like multiple rats, or like multiple crates of green beans. I think I did the last time I played this, I managed to go through the entire area without having any rats. On the note of green beans, do not worry. There is plenty of green beans in this area, so if you miss some in this area, it's not the end of the world. Also, I've just been doing this cat bit without actually mentioning it. The kitten will follow you, like in a direct line to your position, so if you go round a wall where it can't get to, it will try and just keep running into the wall, so you have to guide it round. You can't just run away from it and it will catch up. But coming over here, as you can see, the cat now has a yellow sparkle above it, meaning we can levitate it up out of the ceiling. So if we levitate this up to the guy sitting at the top of the well...
Thanks, Harry. Here's a famous Witches and Wizards card for you.
Okay, so I'd prefer if you help me get out of the well, considering I'm also trapped down here, mate. Would you mind? Anyway, let's pick up this card and shrink it down and magic it up.
Edgar Stuhlger.
So it's Edgar Stuhlger. I can't remember. I think he's the sneaker scope guy. But let's have a look. Let's view the Folio Magi. And I've just realised, to go view this, Harry's going to have to get out of this dungeon, which means that... Oh, I'll discuss it in a sec.
Edgar Stuhlger, 1703 to 1798. Inventor of the sneakoscope.
So I've just realised, in order for Harry to go up to the Gryffindor common room to view this card, he's had to get out of the dungeon, which means he's managed to escape the trap we've been put in, because we're trapped down here. We can't get back out the way we came in. So I don't know how Harry got out of here. And now when I press exit, he's going to come and get himself stuck down here again. Yeah, okay, the logic there is baffling, but whatever. Let's move past that, because yes, we are trapped down here, and also that was the first missable card in the game. That is the first missable card and collectible you can find in the game, other than beans. So be aware, if you miss this card, you cannot get it again. So you cannot backtrack and get this card. But coming into this room, as you can see, we have a bunch of platforms, some of them really low down, some hovering beams, a door with some Z's coming out of it, clearly someone's sleeping in there, as you can hear, a lever, and another door. So, I guess we just have to pull the lever. So let's do this. And that looked like a really heavy lever for Harry to pull. It raises a platform and unlocks a door. So this is basically the way this area works, is you have to find the levers, unlock the doors, and then raise the platforms. And that has just opened us up to one of the worst jumping sections in the game. So this is the Cauldron Room, and behold this. As you can see, you have to jump from cauldron to cauldron and not fall in the green ooze. So if we let this float back over, if you flipendo it, you can jump to a steel one. But I'm a bit of a madman. I like to jump madly across this. The reason why this is looking so easy so far is I have done this so many times and screwed it up so many times that I have got really, really good at it. Ignore the few times I nearly fell in, and let's just move past this, because I honestly never want to come back to this room again in my life, because it is a nightmare. The jumping in this game is at its worst in these sorts of sections. But there we go, we've unlocked the door to the sleeping room, and we've got ourselves some few extra house points. So I forgot to mention that the last time we pulled a lever. You do get a few extra house points for pulling them. There's also green beans in these rooms, so if you're, never wanting to come back here again, make sure you grab all the green beans and don't just fall directly into the ooze, because I believe that resets you to the beginning of the room, and then you won't get the green beans, so you have to go all the way back across. And trust me, at that point, I don't think the green beans are worth it. There are other green beans in this area that you can get. There are plenty. Do not worry about it. But let's head in here to the troll bedroom. And as we pan over, you can see that there is a sleeping troll in here, who is, he hasn't got a pillow, but he does have his club with him. I mean, troll priorities, let's just leave it at that. That's a troll priority. And as you can see, there is a key under that cage. So what we have to do is we have to get the key without waking the troll. But on that note, I'm going to come over here and pull this really heavy lever, which somehow that doesn't wake a troll. So now that we've raised up that platform, what I'm going to do is come into the other room, and as you can see, there is the cage here. We have to lift this up without waking up the troll. Somehow, moving that lever and dropping it and slamming it into the ground didn't wake up the troll, but if you levitate this cage and levitate it and drop it on anything other than this hay in the corner, it will wake up the troll. So let's just put it down there gently. And as you can see, the troll didn't wake up. We can pick up the key. And on this table is some green beans. So you can do this entire area without waking up the troll. But I'm a bit of a maverick, so I'm going to flipendo it and wake up the troll. As you can see, he will come lumbering over. He's not super fast, but I think if you just kept running around in a circle, he would eventually catch you. If I run over here and go through the door, and then turn back, as you can see, the troll will lose interest and he can't come out here. So he's bound to that area on the other side of this door. If I was to step back over that door, over the threshold, he will start chasing me again. So if you want to reset him, just in case you screw it up, if you come back through this door, as you can see, the troll goes back to sleep. So we've now got this key that has a troll face on it, apparently, which is lovely. I'm so glad they went through the effort of actually putting that in the game, because that is such a lovely touch. I love it. And as you can see over here is a door that is locked but has a troll face on it. And it is the door to the Firefly room, which is what Snape or Dungeon Man sent us down here to get. So let's go in there and collect those by unlocking the door and ignoring the troll face on the door that looks so miserable. But then again, it's a troll, what you expect. What I'm going to do is run over here. And as you can see, if I come into this area, the troll lose interest. So the area where the puffer pods are, you're generally safe, but... Oh, I'm too close, Okay, let him reset. Keep walking around his path. So yeah, what you want to do is just let him walk for a bit, and eventually he will walk over the grate, and we run out. Puffer pod him. There we go. So there's two of them in here. The other one's a bit more of a nuisance because it can, I think, get in this area? Can it come over here? No, it can't. So it can't come over here. So if you stand too close, the area for this pufferpod is incredibly small. So be careful. We're going to have to wait a little bit because he's got to walk all the way to the other side of the room because this one's designed to catch you when you first come in the door. So let's wait for him. There we go. Pufferpod you, and down the grate you go. And there we go. We've unlocked the door. So there were no fireflies in here, so that was a lie. They're actually through this door. So I think they just reused the door. They just copy-pasted it, and that's why it's got that name. But coming in here, as you can see, it locks the door behind us, so we can now no longer go back. So this is the point where if you wanted to go back and do the whale side quest, you cannot do it. This is the point of no return. You cannot go back and get that card now. It's lost forever. I always think these door things on the side are actually like secret passages whenever I come in here, every single time. But yeah, let's just pick up these fireflies, and as you can see, are glitching through the glass, so clearly not a very good container for them. But oh well, I'm not the one who, wants to use these. As you can see, it locked the door behind us, but unlocked the door in front of us. That means that you can actually tell which way is the way out. So let's go back through this door to the potions class. So, that is, I don't know why they picked the Cauldron Room. Of all the rooms, they picked the Cauldron Room for the loading screen.
I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Give me those fireflies.
Oh, that was ominous. That was a bit ominous, Dungeon Man. I'm concerned now. I thought you just hated us.
Now leave me in peace, Potter. Your defense against the dark arts class with Professor Quirrell is about to start, and you're already late.
So here we go, that's it. Potions class done. We didn't actually get a chance to demonstrate what we do with that class, like what that class actually taught us, and we won't see that until, I think, 2 episodes time, so... But yeah, there we go. That is that class done. And as he said, our defense against the Dark Art class has already started, and we're late. I get the feeling he sent us to get those fireflies on purpose, just to screw with us. Forever, Dungeon Man, you will be a thorn on our side. But what I'm going to do is leave that till next time, because I feel like we've done enough in this episode. This is time to end it off. So until next time, like, comment, subscribe, and all the other good stuff. Next time, we're going to go do our defense against the Dark Arts class and explore more of the dungeon. So until then, I'll see you next time.